Welcome back, folks, to the next dungeon here on the Link to the Past here on the HeavyBit6 channel. This is the Thieves' Hideout, aka here in Thieves Town. This is Blind. We're just gonna call it Thieves' Hideout. This is the 4th dungeon in the Dark World. In order to do so, we need to get items here. This is a very in the top layer. It is a very complicated mess of tunnels and other things as well. The game starts to get harder here as this is actually one of the more cheaper dungeons. And the introduction of all those slime monsters. Right, let's start going down into relevant chambers. Go this way and head towards the left here and avoid the fireballs to get your dungeon map, which is the easiest map placement in the game, in my opinion. Crack the horse! These heads. So they fire, let's say, lizard heads or lizardons. I don't know. They're not. It's not Charizard, so we're fine. Right, head this way. Get the bombs ready, because we're going to be need to use the bomb here in order to crack the wall, like so. Kill the enemy here, moving on to the bit on the wall. So head towards there. We're on the other side now, so let's find items here, which we do not. Do we head towards up here? No, we do not. It's just a simple way of going through, so... But we do need to use the bomb here in another location, like this one. And it'll take us here. So that's the secret area that we don't need, that we can just basically shrug ourselves and move on. Head down to that. Let's go back the way we came, though. This is only because I wanted to get an extra bit of the map done. So that section is out of the way. So might as well move on to the lower levels. Highlighted here. Head towards the left of these lower levels. So avoid the fire snake. It's gonna be a difficult opponent, right? That there, my folks, is we're gonna be fighting on hopefully our first key. If we don't get hit by fucking enemies. So we got ourselves back. Head towards down here, avoid the magic spear, and now get yourself. Well, I thought it was a treasure, but it turned out to be 20 rupee instead. Which kinda sucks, really. There's a lot of bogus treasures in this temple. Especially when you got maximum fucking rings. That spell heading towards you, as you may have seen. That spell will turn you into your dark side, into your dark world verse, which is the useless rabbit. Which we do not need right now. We do not. So, head towards here, avoid the magic damn it. But at least the best side is, you get hit, you don't need to be long as you don't get hit. It's very vulnerable, big deal, right. We need to get the big key here. We certainly do! Why is that? Otherwise we're gonna be very vulnerable. We killed 2 enemies, one jar. That's a light enemy there, so where do we go next? I believe, if I remember rightly, and I do so in confidence, we head south, down this way. This will take us to the lower side of the chamber. So head towards this way. Say we need to frickin' skull bomb there, we kinda don't. No, seriously, we kinda don't. So I'm nothing enthusiastic, folks. I'm just confident that I know what I'm doing here, so you can just watch for yourselves how easy this dungeon is. Well, it's difficult for a beginner, but it's not so hard for a veteran. So there's our chest, and I believe it will contain our compass. Yes, it is. It contains our compass. So, now with 3 keys out of the way, we need to get our hands on our final bit of kit, the best item. We need to find ourselves the big key. So, in this mess of complicated chambers, head down here and you'll find the big key. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Agreed, it was very easy to get the big key. Okay, now that we have the big key, there's only one thing we can do. Run like a little scared bunny with it. Or as Chibikari would say, dinner time. bloody fox thing. I swear. Right, this is actually the more difficult part of the dungeon because the next part is actually a lot easier once we get through the chamber. So all we have to do is head back towards the main chamber, as it were. Apply the magic spell. Checking to see if we actually have any place to go. I'm pretty sure that we've gotten everything that we need. And all we have to do now is just dive down here, head back up the chamber there, and proceed to head towards this part. Not quite this bit, but I know where we're heading for. Of course I know what I'm heading for. I've already played the game, beat it. Let's go through here, then we can just get this one out of the way. Like so. Seriously, when is it a bad time to just, you know, do stuff? So I did this as well. I know I got another Zelda game that I'm working on, and that, of course, is frickin' Majora's Mask. But it'll be done, and when it is done, it'll be done. I know it'll be done, because I actually got a controller. Cause I can actually play the fucking game now. Now that I got the controller, I can actually play the fucking game. Yeah, bought an 64 controller the other day. I could finally play Zelda the way I've always played it, as a lot effective than I should. Right, in this next part, this is the more practical use here. This is the easy part of the dungeon. Your quest here would be to use, well, I would say, start using the effective way to beat the skeletons is to use the hook shot, paralyze them, so that way you can actually get in and do some damage there and all that. So, here's what you normally do. Okay, so normally, when you go up here, there's nothing there. Something's supposed to happen there, right? Of course. So your job, of course, then is to actually make the boss happen. What kind of circumstances are we going to be dealing with? You may ask yourself. Well, we need to find. The boss is actually hidden, per se, in this dungeon. Now, actually, there's actually a little bit of advice that y'all may have heard of. We've already seen the boss of this dungeon, as it were. We have seen Blind, the thief. He was in the human world that we met a lot earlier than expected. Let's just keep him in a bottle, as it were. So we have met Blind, the thief. We have actually seen him right back at the beginning of the game. So how is he? So how am I supposed to get him here? Well, as you may have called, Blind was a very good master of disguise. That's gonna be the one thing that's you're gonna have to remember. The Blind, the thief monkey is his ability to blend in, not only blend in the background, but he's a master of disguise. So I would say don't trust anything in this theater, as it were. Of course, this is the easiest bit in the dungeon, so we got every fucking item. So just thinking, what do we do? Well, we did this first, so let's head down to this. Take advantage, head towards the east. We can now we're at the top half of the room. So essentially, we are where we are. We are where we are, as it were. It's just like, let's go that out of the way. There, if we go right, you can actually fit to get to the top of the theatre. There we go. That's our way down. Remember that bit. We need to go back here a bit. But before we do, I think it's high time we moved up to. Let's explore a bit further, and let's go upstairs. This is how we're going to be able to be. Now, remember as well, as you already watched, if you paid attention to the lore behind Blind the Thief, you'll notice that he hates natural light. It affects him. You'll probably find out when you talk to the legend here. So head towards down here. Don't be deceived by the magic of Blind the Thief. Be careful. Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Princess Zelda. You are very wise. No, I would never have figured it out in the first place. I'm not being an ass or anything. It's just, Blind the Thief is about, as I mentioned before, Master of Disguise. He likes to use his magic. The only way to nullify this person's magic is to disrupt him. So head towards down here. And notice that it's very bright outside. We're at the very top of the dungeon. So we have to get through the crickets here, which are annoying as hell. Like so. And there we go. But we have some bombs. Now, our bombs are actually going to give us a hint of what we're supposed to do. Now, in order to set up Blind the Thief, we need to have a light source. See where that light is coming from? Pick the bomb up and throw it right here. Anything in the light, it now opens the hole in the roof, where light can now naturally shine down. This is how we're supposed to trap Blind the Thief. So yeah, you already know who the boss is this dungeon. It's Blind the Thief. But we have to find the guy first. And we're dead. Well done, me, for not spotting the traps. Way to go, fucking dick. Anyway, well, we need to go back and activate that switch again because we fucking are stupid. Okay, just as trapped and back down through the room. Let's go south a bit, shall we? Use the pixie on the anti-fairy to create an actual fairy, which will in turn give us an essential potion. Blah blah blah, you know the drill. Head east to here. And now we head south. We head towards the bottom of the area. This is where we're supposed to move. We're supposed to head towards. So this is where we're supposed to go. So indeed, let's pick these items up, as it were. Head towards here. Pick up the giant stone block. That's going to be useful. We're going to head towards the left instead to notice that we've actually found our way across. Not effective there, so move on. Let's get to the treasure. We can effectively avoid this. We really don't want that to happen. No, really. We don't want this shit to happen. That's for sure. Check out these enemies here. Keep going right. Now that we have the big, huge key, we can actually effectively unlock the effectively lock this one. So, right. Keep going for the cells, and there's a woman there with very plague eyes. I know what your game is, and I don't trust you. Right. So effectively, you have to escort this girl now outside, but she is very active but she's very, very, very active in per se, so we can't really outrun her. So head towards the bottom left of the thing, and now that we've gotten our hands on this, use the magic. Use these guys. Take them out. Take them out. And our next treasure is the Titan's Mitt, which can now lift up those golden stones, or as I like to call it, bit level 3. There we go then. I think we've gotten everything that we need, minus the room we need to explore. But I reckon we got every item that we need. So let's get out of here. In fact, we're gonna head outside. You're probably thinking to yourself, dude, what about Blind the Thief? How about him? He's like a master of disguise. Well, the smart person has already deduced who Blind the Thief is. But I think I'm going to leave it to you folks at home. Well, but we're going to find out who this chap is and find out how. So now that we have it, let's go to the items. And let's get this woman outside. No, all for the smart people. The trap's already been set. So we really can't leave the dungeon not without the crystal. But there's only one possibility. You might probably ask yourself. Someone's pretending to be in distress. Correct. Someone technically is pretending to be in distress. Which is not a problem for us. So we're back here in the large corridor here, which is going to be our entrance. So hopefully we're going to be able to find something that we need to use for later. Just a little bit of casual hitting and shit, so now I believe we're going to be going to the room again. This time, go towards the sunlight, and you'll discover that the woman is actually Blind the Thief. And this is our next boss. This is Blind the Thief. He is an interesting boss, also is very annoying. He attacks you with multiple laser blasts and freaking evil thingies as well. All you have to do is hit him on the head, and he will drop. That head will drop down. Essentially, it will be invulnerable. The enemies, the freaking heads, will start going up in multiple verses. So you need to be careful here, very careful, and you need to keep hitting him until, well, he's dead, like so. And Blind the Thief has fallen. We got our next heart container. And we gain crystal number 4. This is our 4th crystal, and we can finally learn more about the origins, even more, of this game. By the way, we're halfway through. So let's find out what find out more mythos, shall we? Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. No problem. As the wise men sealed the way to the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. Technically that's true, because the last one of the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. The major problem I had with this is that the original bearer at this time, that Link is technically the last of his bloodline. Well, technically that's not true anymore, because this game got a sequel in the form of Link Between Worlds, where this Link lived on for quite a number of years and gained experience, and then passed on his lineage to his grandson, who became the next hero. So in the next part, let's explore some more, shall we?